We're here in New Orleans, and we're having a party in honor of the city's pit bulls, which is why we've got so many great dogs around us right now. I'm Ken Foster. I'm the author of a couple of books. One's called The Dogs Who Found Me. One's called Dogs I Have Met. And this is a party to celebrate the fact that I have a new book out, but mostly to celebrate pit bulls and to show that they are great animals when they have great owners. So the Hot 8 Brass Band is here, which is one of my favorite groups. And they also happen to own several pit bulls. And Animal Rescue New Orleans is here. The Louisiana SPCA is here. And a bunch of people who've adopted pit bulls are wandering around as well.
Well, I've been a volunteer with the Louisiana SPCA for 6 years. And Trap Jack was one of my foster dogs. He was a 3-time cruelty case, and he was eventually deemed unadoptable because of his breed, and he had injuries. He has like a scar there. And pretty much anyone who wanted a dog like him was the kind of person who really shouldn't have a dog like him. So the day before he was supposed to be euthanized, I took him into foster.
He actually belonged to an ex-employee of mine, and when he hurt his back, the employee couldn't handle the financial responsibilities of dealing with the surgery and whatnot, so he became my dog.
Actually, my partner was working at the SPCA before me, and she brought Lola home, and when she said Lola was a pit bull, my first reaction was, "A pit bull? Are you crazy?"
It was a serendipitous decision on my wife's part. Saw this dog, and it would lay its ears across the top of its head, and it looked so damn cute in the picture that my wife was acting like a middle-aged guy looking at a Russian mail-order bride, saying if Natasha was here, my life would be wonderful.
Well, Bo was a rescue. He was bought off the street, and 10 minutes after the people bought him, he got hit by a car. So they couldn't afford the operation. And he was brought to the hospital, and the hospital adopted him out to me. I had never, believe it or not, owned a pit bull before. I was frightened to death when they called and said, "We have this dog for you to look at." I said, no, I have another dog I'm looking at. I have 4 shelters later, 57 dogs, and I met the love of my life.
No, not this dog. I mean, since by me playing music and I'm on the road all the time, my grandmother usually keeps him all the time, and there's kids around, so he shows absolutely no aggression towards them whatsoever, man. Even people, other dogs, he's cool, man. He just wants to play all day long.
He loves people, he loves other dogs, and he's been a great companion.
They're very loving dogs. This is a dog who wants to sit in your lap, wants to lick you, wants to be your friend, very cuddly, very sweet.
Like I said, he's very energetic, man. He just wants to play all day long, man. He loves the kids. He's just a little too big and can jump a little too high for some of them, but I mean, as far as being too rough with him or biting or anything like that, not a problem. He's very social, and he's just a good dog all around, man.
When we evacuated for Katrina, we went all the way up to New Jersey. The dog was a model animal. Traveling, even at rest stops, people would see it, pit bull, but again, the cute ears got them, and everybody wanted to pet her.
Would you get another one?
Absolutely, absolutely. They're the American dog.
I had only kind of believed some of the myths that I read. Turns out she's, of course, super sweet. She's kind of a lazy bones, too. She's not very high energy.
He's actually the opposite of aggressive. He's very social, likes to play with other dogs. When he's socializing with other dogs, even when assaulted, he seems to turn and not be interested in snapping back.
I've literally had people pick up their children and run in the other direction while yelling at me.
When I walk them, I definitely get either sort of admiring looks from young men who are all excited that I have a pit bull, or older people who pull their dogs away and look really intimidated. And he's never nipped at another dog. He's never growled at a person. I mean, he's so not aggressive, but it's almost funny that they're pulling away and he just wants to run over and lick somebody or meet the dog.
They'll just say, why would you ever have a dog like that in a family neighborhood? Or, you know, oh, one day that dog will turn on you and stuff like that. And I told them when I was a little child, I was mauled by a dachshund and I almost lost my eye. So you never can tell. Dachshunds, you know, the little hot dog dogs. And I've been attacked by 2 dogs in my life and neither one was a pit bull.
I have 3 dogs. One's a Rottweiler mix, one's a Pit Bull sort of Great Dane mix, and one is a purebred Pit Bull who is Sula, who is on the cover of The Dogs Who Found Me. And it was funny because I wanted to put her on the cover, and there was a question whether a Pit Bull should be on the cover of the book or not. What I found was that a lot of people picked up the book because they thought she was so cute, having no idea that she was a Pit Bull. Or a lot of people picked up the book because they owned pit bulls and had never seen a pit bull on the cover of a book. And so they had to have this book that had a pit bull that looked like their dog on the cover. And that particularly made me feel like I had a real responsibility to sort of speak on behalf of all of these dog owners who get nothing but negative attention in the press for the breed that they've chosen to own. And that's also one of the reasons why I decided to have this party.